The Salem witch trials were a time of uncertainty. Many rights were violated during this time of darkness and despair. 19 men and women were hung on Gallows Hill, with one man pressed to death under heavy stones, with over 200 accused. Many legal scholars have said accused witches were deprived of rights they should have had. Witchcraft was a felony if they were convicted. They could be imprisoned for up to a year, but if found guilty, you would be executed. The court would take the evidence and such a spectral leading to the tragedy of the witch trials. The failure of the courts caused tons of pain and suffering. Some would be imprisoned and end up passing before trials due to unkempt conditions. It had been the court's responsibility to make sure trials were fair, but yet they would take cases with little to no evidence. In February 1692, Abigail Williams and Elizabeth Paris had begun to act strangely and were asked for names when they had concluded they were bewitched. In March 1st, Sarah Good, Sarah Osborne, and Tipita were taken into custody due to the accusations. In late March, Rebecca Knowles and Martha Coy were accused. Then, later in May, Sir William Phillips established a special court. July 19th was when Rebecca Knowles, Sarah Good, and others were hung on Gallows Hill. A timeline of the events that occurred is, in February was when the witch trials started. Abigail Williams and Elizabeth Paris had begun to act strangely, and once they got to the point where they believed they were bewitched, they were asked for names. In March 1st, Sarah Good, Sarah Osborne, and Tipita were taken into custody due to the accusations of witchcraft. Late in March, Rebecca Knowles and Martha Coy were also accused, so while Sir William Phillips, a special court. July 19th, Rebecca Knowles, Sarah Good, and others were hung on Gallows Hill, while through the months of August and September, 13 were hung in total. In October, Increase Mather denounced the use of spectral evidence, and Sir William Phillips disassembled the special court. In January, the cases resumed in the regular court.
The first three accused. On March 1st, Tipita, Osborne, and Good were convicted. They were easy targets due to their class, reputation, and race for Tipita. Tipita had fit right into the witch stereotype. She admitted to witchcraft and had stories of meetings at the Paris household about the devil coming to her to get her to sign a book with her blood while showing others signatures. After the trials ended, no one wanted to pay her bail. Sarah Good was a beggar and was known for having a nasty attitude. She had two kids, Dorothy Good and an unborn child. The child ended up dying shortly after being born. She also never confessed to witchcraft, leading to her execution. Sarah Osborne was a widow and remarried to an Irish immigrant called Alexander after her late husband's death. She was supposed to carry his estates over to their children, but had tried to overtake it, causing her to upset social norms. She ended up passing before her trial on May 10th. Giles Corfi. Giles Corfi had killed a man a couple of years before the trials, which didn't help his case and was the reason he was accused at the start of the trials, because he was eager to participate, even going against his wife in her trial. His eagerness in relation to his wife were some of the leading to him being convicted when his participate, even going against his wife in her trial. His eagerness in relation to his wife were some of the leading factors to him being convicted when his trial came. He refused to talk. He had decided to take advantage of a legal tactic that included standing still and mute. This led to a sheriff torturing him for 2 days straight, piling rocks on his back till he died. It is said Giles cursed the sheriff who killed him. He said, "Damn you, I cursed you. and Phelim. The curse ended up being broken only when the office was moved, but till this day he still appears in Phelim before terrible events. Dorothy Good. Dorothy Good had been coerced into admitting her and her mother were witches, causing 4-year-old Dorothy to be chained up in a dungeon that had a huge impact on Dorothy's mental health. She was stuck there for 7 to 8 months. When she was put into custody, she was hungry and cold, and missing her mother till she broke down and told them that they had what they wanted from her. It is said that she was kept in prison until her father could pay the £50, and he had to hire a keeper to watch over her for the rest of her life. Rebecca Nurse. Rebecca was a 71-year-old grandma that was accused. Her whole trial was a complete mess. You would have people shouting and crying. The accused was swearing that her spirit was torturing them. No one could focus. She was accused with no physical evidence, only spectral, due to which she was allowed no lawyer. She had the most people defending, and even 40 signed a petition for her to be let go. In the end, she was found innocent, but the court later brought her back for a second trial due to tantrums. This time she was found guilty and later hung on July 19th. Conclusion. Sometime after the trials ended in 1711, the colony had apologized to the families of some of the victims accused and executed. They passed a bill restoring the rights to many of the families and gave each £600, around $46,186 in today's money. Anne Putem Jr. outwardly apologized publicly for the damage she caused during the trials.